how cabin crew communicate with each other on larger aircraft. On smaller aircraft types, it's fairly easy for cabin crew to communicate as they are a short distance from other crew members and can use verbal or sign language to indicate whether a safety check has been completed or if more tea is needed during the in-flight service. On larger aircraft types such as the Airbus 380 or Boeing 747, it can be tricky as sometimes you are working in separate cabins and also on a different deck level. So what is going on in the first class cabin may not be known in economy or business, for example. Also, because the aircraft are very long, cabin crew may not have the visual cues that they normally have. Crew communication system. The interphone system allows for easy communication between all cabin crew stations, including the senior crew member and the flight crew and vice versa. Each call has an audible chime and a visual indication at the area call panel, depending on different aircraft type, situated in the cabin ceiling at each crew station. This means the cabin crew can identify what type of call it is and where it is coming from. They can tell whether it is call from the flight deck, the senior crew member or a passenger call and prioritize which one to answer first. Flight deck calls have top priority, followed by the senior and then all crew stations. What do all those chimes and lights mean? Passenger call bells show a blue steady light and have a single chime. A call from the lavatory is an amber light and single chime and steady, or if an emergency, it's flashing amber and constant chime. All crew communication is generally a red or pink light, and chimes vary depending on who is calling and how important it is, while flashing lights are to get the crew's attention. Chimes can be single, high-low, 2 chimes, or low-high-low, 3 chimes. A high-low chime usually indicates one cabin crew station contacting another. Depending on the airline and the flight crew, there will be other recognizable chimes used for communication in the cabin. For example, when the seatbelt sign goes on or off, it is 1 chime. If there are 2 chimes, it means the cabin crew are safe to move in the cabin, but it is not safe for passengers to do so, and the seat belt sign will remain on. There is also a single chime just after takeoff as the landing gear is retracted. Other instructions. If the flight crew have warned the cabin crew of turbulence, 3 chimes may indicate that the cabin crew should take their seats, although mostly this is backed up by an announcement on the passenger address system. There are also certain phrases that the cabin crew might hear on the address system from the flight deck, which informs them of an action to take, unknown to the passengers. Of course, this varies between different airlines, the aircraft type, and the company procedure. The cabin crew learn all of this as part of their aircraft-specific and emergency procedures training. At the pre-flight briefing, it may be discussed if there are any certain signals or indications that might be used during the flight. In general, the chimes are just part of cabin crew, flight deck communication and are not anything for passengers to be concerned about. In fact, it could just be the first officer asking for a cup of coffee. Thanks for watching this video.